right now I'm going to show you, if you have a laptop and people say, well, can I add a second monitor to a laptop? If your laptop has one of these, which is a VGA connector on it anywhere, you can add a second monitor that way. If you don't have that, still, no problem. You can add a smart TV through your HDMI port, or you can get one of these little adapters. This adapter gives you that port that I was just describing, the VGA port, and connects it to a USB on your computer. So that's very easy. They're relatively inexpensive. You're talking about a $9 to $12 item, and you can hook up an external monitor very easily to your computer that way. And what I'm dealing here is monitors with VGA, which is what this type of connector is called. Here, let me show you another picture. This is how you can tell a VGA monitor. Usually they're blue, these type of connectors. One goes into the monitor, one will go into your converter or right into your laptop if it has the VGA on it. Okay. When you have two monitors hooked up, and let me show you an example of, you can do 2, 3 monitors. Here's a laptop. This is how I have mine set up. Laptop on a stand with a second monitor. This one has 3 monitors. Here's a monitor set sideways. And what that does is, some people use it, especially in programming, to show the list of all the items there. So that's another way right there. Now, when you have 2 monitors hooked up, you can make it do one of 2 things. You can duplicate your screen, which means it's just going to repeat what's on the screen of your laptop, for example, onto your extra monitor. You might just want an extra monitor to be able to see things bigger. But how I work, I like it as an extended desktop, which means I could have windows dragged from one to the other and work on Windows very comfortably that way, on a couple of windows. So if you have 2 monitors hooked up to your computer, you can either duplicate what's on the screen of your laptop onto the new monitor that you have hooked up, or you can just duplicate your monitor onto the new monitor that you have hooked up. And in Windows 10, that's the default setting. But how I use 2 monitors, I extend my desktop. And what that means is I just have a longer desktop. I can drag things onto the next screen. I can move my mouse from screen to screen, and so on. Let me show you how you do that. How you get to those display settings is you right-click anywhere on your desktop, an empty area. You go to Display Settings when the box appears. And you can see here, the computer is recognizing that I have 2 monitors. This one, number 1, is my laptop. The monitor that has been added is number 2. You can move this around from side to side by grabbing this and moving it to this side, and so on, so that your mouse travels in the right direction. Mine is extended. My laptop happens to be here on this side, so I have it here. So when I move my mouse, and I can't show you because that's how we record these episodes, but when I move my mouse off the edge here, you will see my mouse disappear. It has gone into the other screen. If I move it back, it appears again. And if I move it this way, it doesn't go anywhere really, because there's no monitor on this side of it. So the other thing is you go to the layout, actually the multiple display setting, which all the way at the bottom here, you have to scroll to it. And here, if you press the little arrow, you get the choices of duplicate the displays, which is what I was talking about, just the same thing on both displays, or extend the displays, which means you get an extra desktop area to work on. You could also show only monitor mark number 1, which is your primary, or only monitor number 2, but there's not many instances of that. I work on extended displays, like I said, so that is how you can do that. Even if you have, for example, a smart TV hooked up to this, you can do that via an HDMI cable from your laptop to a smart TV, and you can just extend your desktop onto that smart TV and drag things by grabbing them along the top bar here. You can drag things. I can drag this into my next monitor where I'm still seeing it. You can't see it anymore because it's on my extended monitor, but let me drag it back here, put it back. So it gives you a lot of flexibility. Macs have different hookups on certain types of Mac, as you can see here in this picture. With a Mac, you have to see what monitor you have and what specific laptop that you have in the Mac series, and see what you need to extend your monitor. But they're a completely different situation, the Macs. But the PCs, you have a lot of options. Your USB, your VGAs, you can use HDMI cables. There's a lot of things that you can do. I try to set my resolution on both the same. So for example, let me right click on the desktop again and go to display settings. And here you have the display resolution. I use the recommended one, and most monitors today will automatically detect what your laptop is putting out, for example, and will take care of adjusting the monitor to it. Now on a tower you'll tend to have only one VGA on the back of the tower for a monitor, or sometimes higher resolution monitors, which is a little different looking hookup on a white type of plug. But the best thing to do when you're on a tower is to use that converter that I showed you here and just use one of your USB ports. This one right here. Plug it into one of your USB ports, and the system will detect that you have a second monitor, and then you can make your adjustments that way. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoy our video, please like our video below, and please subscribe to our channel. That way you can get regular notifications of when we post new videos and so on. Like always, right in the description section, you will have links to any products, any software, any websites that we mention in that particular video. You will also have a link there to our membership area. We have a membership course that we make available, and please click on the link, take a look. It has an explanation of what the course is about. And again, don't forget to like our video, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.